What's going on, everybody? It's a Super Robot Ed, and today we have in front of you Studio Series 86 Grimlock Leader Class, along with Wheelie. Why do we have to mention that he's even here? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. So sorry. So here he is, Grimlock in his Dino Mode, and yes, he looks great. I've been waiting to get him. And like I said, Wheelie's a pain to get on. Don't really care. He's on there somehow. Good. Let him stay there. And you can store the gun in the back. And he just looks like Grimlock. Now, I know I don't have anything to compare him to too much, with the exception of the one that came from the Combiner Wars, and we're gonna get into that. But let's just get Wheelie out the way. So you could peg Wheelie here. If you do it right, you can peg both legs in. It doesn't work for me. Personally, I would have taken a sword over Wheelie because of the fact that this Wheelie doesn't transform and he doesn't do anything. Like, he just, like, I know we're going to get Slag and Daniel. And I can see that, Daniel's a human. Unless they have him in his, with the auto exosuit. But it's just like, I'm wasting my money dealing with having to put up with this little extra piece. And I mean, it's just like, man, come on, man. Like, really? Do I need him? So, yeah, it's, it ain't about him. So let's get him off. I don't want to deal with that crap. Let's talk about the man right here. Now, he's got issues with his feet. And I guess we can tighten them with some screwdrivers. So I'm going to definitely get into that. So we figured out some one modification, we'll get to that when we get to the robot mode, but yes, he can do the, that, kind of like long neck, me Grimlock, and he's so cute, his Dino Mode. Yeah, he is, that, in the beginning of my video, I'm going to show you the clip of the last time we got to see Grimlock just be really serious. And after that, season 2, he was just like saying stuff like, swoop, do flying stuff. Snarl, do tail stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I prefer Grimlock from season 1. But I mean, you could do that and he's posable. I mean, looks, it's getting here. It's a hard ratchet. But there's no articulation in the legs and things, so he's kind of just stuck with that. The arms, the Tyrannosaurus arms, they do, they move in and out. They're on the ball joint, and they go up and down, but not this part. And I really wish that part could do that. Damn coffee. And he could store the gun on his back, which I never really saw him doing this show, but, it's a pretty cool storage. And there's a tab here. And you could, do it like this, and you basically place both the tabs into here, and it might work. I have not got it to work for me, and it might work on video. But when I do that, it does that. But you can. But if you want to be, faithful to G1, you just kind of, Now, unfortunately, because, like I said, my wife doesn't want me to be out the house too much. I don't have a lot of vehicles I brought with me. I really kind of just don't have time to transform back. It's just time consuming. And my wife is like, just want to make sure you're okay. So, because I have, take certain medications. Anyway, there you go. And he's got the Autobot shield in the front. He's got the blue eyes. Just check out those blue eyes. And he's just so big. Like, he's really big, but I like him, man. I've had him for 2 weeks, and because I really didn't have a chance to review him the last time I went out, man, we were just having fun just playing with him. Because if you're an 84 fan, the Dinobots were, like everybody in school when the Dinobots were created, and I was in like middle school when Transformers came out. Man, it was all about the Dinobots, man. Yo, like people, even some of the stores couldn't get the Dinobots, but they were getting the the ones that have like the wings and people were coming to school. Like this is Grimlock, and those things are actually worth money now. It was, but when the real Dinobots came out and there was this one guy that actually had the real Grimlock, oh my God, man, the whole school went crazy. So that's just let you know how the Dinobots affected everybody. And I am a big Dinobot fan, like one of the biggest. All right, so we're going to look at the box really quick. And he's got the stuff inside, and we'll get to that at the end of the video. It's actually a very nice box. It's very nice. You can see the 86 logo right there. I mean, it's a really nice box. You get more light into it so you can see it. So I'm working from like a very far post, because this the camera that I'm using doesn't have wide angle. It's so let's forgive me. And here's the back. Now you notice on the back that they have the clear, kind of gold like you had with the original toys, where it's like that clear, sparkly inside plastic. And I think a lot of people weren't happy that we got the, all that covering up of the chest. Hopefully a third party will come along and give us something to do that. But until then, I mean, I'll tell you what you can do. So we're going to put the box out the way for a moment. We're going to do like a quick comparison with the Combiner Wars, not Combiner Wars, Power of the Primes Grimlock really quick. Because that's the only one I bought, because I thought I was going to try to make the Volcanus or whatever it was called. But I'm sorry, I don't want my Dinobots to combine. My Dinobots should be separate creatures and things. And I'm not really a fan of this Grimlock. So this is the, like I said, because he's just fiddly. He's always fiddly. But here he is compared to, the real deal. And let's just face it, I'll fix that later. There's no comparison, man. I mean, this guy he just looks derpy. And he always looked derpy. He was always derpy. And if you like Power of the Primes Grimlock, good for you. I thought this toy was trash. I don't care for combining Dinobots. They didn't combine. They never will combine, and they shouldn't combine. It was a gimmick. And that's why you got this horrendous Grimlock. And then now that they realized that, hey, Grimlock is in the Studio Series, we got this terrific Grimlock. So we're going to move him out the way, because it's not about him. It's about him. And, all right, let's see if we can do the transformation, because I forgot how. But first things first, I think we mess with the feet. As Bobby Skullface says, the feet. I don't know why he says that. This license is cool. And you just kind of hear those ratchets and things, and then you want to fold this out. Now I know you're saying, well, why are you doing your stuff like that? Because I'm different. Okay? My name is Ed, and I'm different. You say that to girls, I'm not like that. I'm different. And see, you fold that tail back. You're going to do the same thing on this side. You just kind of grab this, and you fold that back. Then after that, there's some feet back here. You want to kind of get them ready, because when you fold that back, they're going to lock in place. And if you missed it, see that slot? It goes into there. And you just, it should snap. I don't know why this one doesn't want to snap today. Oh, you want to be a jerk. What? Hold up. Pause. Because what? Now, why this one want to stick in place and this one want to act like an ass today? This don't make, that's why I hate these. Every time you do something, it's like, nope. I don't want to slot in today. And there's nothing like locking it in anything. I mean, let's try it again. All right, there we go. It's not like the other side, but anyway. Now you got the legs in place. And you want to fold this back. Close the mouth. There's a tab here. And then you just, see, tab that in. And then fold up the head. You see the nice Grimlocky head. And then do that. Let's see. Let's do that again. Because I wasn't really paying attention to the camera. So you want to lift that up. See the Grimlocky head right here? And it folds down. You want to fold that up. And that's the Grimlocky head. Then you're going to see some tabs here. And those tabs, going to tap into those two holes. And you're almost done. And after that, see the fist. And unfortunately, these to stay in player. So, and you want to do the same thing on the other side. And get that out. And voila! He is a big guy. And I don't know what the people were talking about. He's light. He's not light at all. Okay, let's make sure we get everything lined up here. And then you can play with the back how you want to. But this is it. This is G1 Grimlock. Now you're probably saying, well, what happened to the chest shield? Well, there are two little screws that you can unscrew, and you can take the plate off. So you don't want to pull it off. You cannot pull this off. You could damage your toy. So you just get a little service screwdriver, and you'll see them right here. So those two holes, just unscrew them. Now hopefully you don't need them. It doesn't, you don't need it, okay? It doesn't, you know, an Autobot symbol doesn't scrape off or anything like that. And he looks much more G1 this way. I don't like that thing on his chest. And I'm so glad, you know, I was able to take it off. Now he looks like Grimlock. And he's got the gun. And you can put the gun in his hand. And oh man, you got him. And he doesn't have a sword. That's why I'm saying, like, instead of having this, I would have preferred to have a sword and just be done with it. I don't need wheelie. Because I think the best wheelie we got is Titan's Return. Wheelie. You know, this wheelie doesn't. I hate that damn wheelie. Alright. So, we got Grimlock. And what does he do? He's a big beefy guy with the shoulders that turn out. And yes, the shoulders would do a 360, but these will be in the way. So if you want to see the 360 action rotation, he can do it. Like I said, he's really big. He's very big. I mean, this is the Grimlock we wanted. And also to mention, all the Dinobots should be the same size as this. They are all one size. If you ever watched the cartoon, there was no Grimlock was the biggest. They all were the same size. So if you do take your chest plate out, make sure you keep your screws and put it in a baggie. If you're the type of guy that keeps a box, I would put this in the box. But these two little screws are how they stay in. It doesn't quite stay in if you put it on without the screws. I don't know why. It's really weird. But let's take a peek at that so you guys... Oh, I forgot. Yeah, he's got waist swivel. And he could do a 360. You just fold that back. See, if you want to see a 360, he can do a 360. I mean, he does everything. And that's really cool. And the legs, you know, they go out. He can do the Captain Morgan. He can do the Kid and Play kick step. I mean, this is legit, man. This is 100% legit. And when you, like I said, you take this piece off and you put it on, you know, for the sake of the review. Let's see. It doesn't, it's hard to get in there for some reason, but you don't see. We were working on this, trying to figure out how to do this, and it just looks so much better. So much better. Like, that is 100% my man, Grimlock. And if you want to do some size comparisons, because I know you want to see it. Here, Optimus Prime. Booyah. And I mean, that is right. That is right. That is right. I mean, that is right. I don't have the big gun because everything's in storage. My wife was freaking out about me having toys all over the place. And of course, you know, here's this guy. And I know my camera angles are off today because he's so big and I don't have access to the wide angle lens, but you can see how big he is just in size. And that's pretty much what I got. You know, I mean, he is Grimlock. And I gotta say, this is one of like my favorite like Transformers that I play with right now. Like, y'all guys don't know, man. Like, I am the biggest fan of the Dinobots, man. I'm so much of a fan that I don't care for second and third season. I mean, I do like the episode, you know, I call the Primitives, those type of episodes where it's kind of dealing with them. But Grimlock was my favorite because he would just be like, you know, especially season 1 Grimlock, man. Season 2, like I said, season 2 and season 3 in the movie, you know, he's all cute and I'm a big guy, but I'm stupid, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I just don't like that portrayal. And I mean, if you really want to see, you know, any other comparisons or anything like that, here is the one that came with Combiner Wars. And I gotta say, he don't cut it, man. He don't cut it. I mean, like, Grimlock's got feet. He can, I mean, I don't know if he had some weapons. He does. I don't know what those things are, man. Those things in storage. But, I mean, this was not Grimlock. This just was not Grimlock. I don't know. I didn't get that vibe when I got him. He sat in my I don't like you pile until I heard that they were going to give us new Dinobots. Or if they didn't give us new Dinobots, I probably was going to try to track down the Toy World ones. Even though they combine, they do have a great aesthetic. But cost-wise, for the price, this is better. Other than that, you know, this is the Grimlock that you want. I mean, final thoughts, 100%, this Grimlock is the one you want to buy. Like, there's no getting upset. There's no, if you like the Power of the Primes, Combiner Wars gimmick, you are welcome to do so. Here's the backdrop. This is, of course, when they were going up against the Sharkticons, getting to the Quintessons. And, I mean, you know, it's just amazing, man. It's a very amazing. I love this thing, man. And if all the other Dinobots are this size, I'm in for all 5. You know, hopefully they'll do Snarl, even though I know Snarl is, you know, barely seen in the, you know, finished product. If you were, there's a Japanese Transformers tape, VHS, for the Transformers Club in Japan that has the deleted scenes from the movie, like where they actually show all 5 Dinobots together. And instead of them being in Dino mode, they're in robot mode when Cup is talking about the, you know, Ikiak and things of that nature. I don't know why he deleted those scenes. I guess maybe they were because those were the rough edits. But yeah, you'll see all the rest of Dinobots. So, in my opinion, should you pick him up and, you know, should you run to the store and get him? Well, if you're a fan of the 86 movie, and if you love Dinobots, not the movie Dinobots, I ain't talking about those things, I'm talking about the G1 Dinobots, this is the best product from Hasbro. You don't have to go third party and, you know, deal, because remember, everybody, you know, wanted to combine. You don't have to deal with a different take or aesthetic. You know, next to a masterpiece, this is as good as it get. His scale is right. Most everything is right. A few things like these things are the toes or claws and are something that I don't like, but he's got all the articulation, all of what G1 Grimlock should be. And I give him a 10. I don't care that he came with wheelie. I don't care that he came with the little shield across his chest, because with mine, he will not have the shield. This thing is the bomb. So, people, you come to my house and they see him, they know instantly, oh, that's Grimlock. That's like G1 Grimlock. Yes. There's no interpretation. No, is that Grimlock? No, as soon as you look at him, you know. But this is only for the G1ers, because I know a lot of the people who grew up on the movie and who weren't in the, that came out on other, or born or kind of got into other Transformer stuff, may not realize when we talk about Grimlock, this is the Grimlock we're talking about, not the movie stuff. So, But now you know what he looks like. This is from a movie, 86, G1 Grimlock. He's a 10 out of 10. Perfection. There's nothing else to be said. So I want to thank everybody. If you want to leave your comments down and below and say, hey, you missed something, I hate your guts, I like your videos, you're great, I hope you fall off a tree. I ain't gonna fall off a tree, but whatever. Leave them down in the comments below. I appreciate that. I appreciate all my subscribers, new ones, ones that left, ones that come back, ones that hate me, ones that like me. We're going to continue to make videos until, I stop collecting Transformers, which I'm going to be going a different route soon. That's why I didn't want to call myself like Transformers or something like that, because I only collect certain toys. So just to let you know, I'm probably going to be coming out of Transformers and going back into Gundam, which is my mainstay, as well as going into more expensive toys of other properties that some of you may never known existed. That's why I'm known as Super Robot Ed. But this is one of my favorite robots, one of my favorite characters in G1, and one of the ones I like the most. And that's a wrap. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Have a great evening, day. We'll be back with more. Peace.